What's up guys, Lou here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today we'll be sharing with y'all what I think is totally worth it during the Sephora sale. As an employee and as a customer for a very long time, I have been able to test many products that I personally love. So I'm just gonna share things that I've genuinely been loving that I feel like is totally worth buying during the sale. So I don't wanna make this video like overly long. I mean, who has time for that? Also, it's getting close to dinner time, so I'm ready to eat. But I'm gonna do a couple categories. So I'm gonna do makeup, skin, and hair. And I'm just gonna share my absolute top favorite things. This was kind of hard because as I was looking over my vanity, I'm like, this and this and this and this. And I'm like, okay, like be real. Be freaking for real. I'm trying my best to really limit it to what's just things that I truly love that I would repurchase. Starting off with makeup. So let's start with makeup primers. So these three primers have been in rotation for me for quite some time. Let me kind of share a little bit about my skin and why I think these products are worth it if you have skin like me. So I'm kind of combo dry, mostly dry. I get a lot of dryness around my chin. My usual kind of like T-zone gets a little bit oily, but nothing too crazy. I also opt for usually more natural looking makeup, something quick, something easy, but I do like my soft glam days also. So, you know, just kind of, I'm somewhere in between. So whether I'm wearing foundation or not, I always prep my skin with a glowy primer. So if you're looking for something that has SPF, I would 100% go with Glow Screen. This has squalene in it as well, so it's really gonna help with your hydration. And this is a good dupe for the de-bronzy drops, which are always sold out. Leaves you nice and hydrated. And kind of slightly like sun-kissed. This one I was able to recently try as well. It's the Glow IV from Kosas. I was knocking it at first because I'm like, there's no way, like this has way too much glitter in it, like I will not. But this underneath my Giorgio Armani foundation together, oh my gosh, just creates the most beautiful base ever. The last one is the Fenty Ease Droplet. So this one, what I like is that it dries down fast and it dries down like non-sticky, non-slippery. It just kind of stays in place wherever you put it. So so going straight into foundation. These three foundations are my go-to. I literally have these in rotation. I have so many foundations. We are pretty lucky. We get a lot of training products, so we play a lot with a lot of foundations. Some are okay, some are, you know, they're okay, but these genuinely I have been using consistently. This one I have been using for 3 years. I never leave it out of my makeup bag. So I'll go into each one, why I like them separately. So first and foremost is my Merit Stick, the Minimalist. This stuff is amazing. It literally, I'm actually wearing it right now. It is my absolute favorite. This is the perfect thing if you're really trying to go for a no makeup kind of look. I also noticed that if I do an actual full face with it, it looks pretty good. Like today, I put it on all over my face to give myself just to be more camera ready. I also love this on a day where I'm not wearing any makeup or I'm kind of just out of time running out the door. It's good at covering my dark circles. It will cover up just like the unevenness here, like around my mouth, any little spots that I might have. And it looks like I don't have makeup on like at all. You can also use this as concealer. So if you're really trying to budget and not spend like money on concealer and a foundation, this one would be a really good option. Okay, next one is the Makeup by Mario. This one just recently entered the game of foundations and it's honestly amazing. It has some mixed reviews. I have, you know, encountered some people that have returned it because they felt like it was a little bit too transferable. Other people thought it was just a little bit too glowy looking and it wasn't setting properly. I personally have not had any problems with it. I'm also more dry, so my skin just soaks up whatever hydration I put on it. He did make this with squalene. I also noticed that this does have a little bit of glitter inside, so that is what makes it really light reflecting, but it gives you such a flawless finish. So this is my like soft glam baby. Merit Stick is like every day. This would be like a step up from my everyday. So the next foundation that I genuinely feel is worth it is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I actually have used this foundation way back when, like in like 2016. This was my go-to. I would use it every single day, but then I stopped because I noticed that I was starting to look dry, but that was just me being completely not knowledgeable and realizing that my skin needed a better skin prep. And recently I picked it back up and I genuinely have been loving it. I just make sure that I'm staying super like hydrated with my skincare. This one with this one, oh my gosh, it's been my go-to. Like, I think I might do a video separately on these two together because the base is unreal with this. It's a good middle foundation. It's not too glowy and it's not too dry. It's literally just like luminous. Moving on to blushes and bronzers. So one of my go-to bronzers slash contour sticks is this one from Westman Atelier. Recently started playing with it. I think I picked it up back in February. And I just love it because it's so easy to blend out. Like, I've never tried anything this easy to blend out. It's easier than the Mario one. Sorry for the Mario fans. I love it too, but you gotta kind of work it in because it's very pigmented and it's very creamy. So you gotta spend some time there. It's just a good everyday one. It's a good one to layer underneath all your powdered ones. And it just blends so effortlessly. Like, literally, it's just easy. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but it's just like easy. And we want easy. So when Patrick Ta first launched his whole makeup line, I was so stoked. This was back, I believe, like in, I don't know, maybe 2020, 2018? No, 2018. 2018? I can't remember. But when it first launched, I was here for it. I loved watching all of his makeup videos on YouTube. And then I kind of fell off and then I started trying other things, but I recently picked it back up. So I decided to try She's Blushing. And it's seriously one of my all-time favorite colors. It's the perfect everyday. It's like a pinkish, brownish, and it's just so delicious. Love the color. Every time I look at it, I'm like, yes, this is perfect. The formula is really easy to use, and I love that it has the powder and the cream. It's also really travel friendly. You don't have to pack like a cream blush and then like your powdered blush. It's all here for you. It's set, good to go. So you guys know already. I know you guys knew that I was going to talk about Merit again. The Flush Bombs from Merit are honestly amazing. They're perfect for when you're running at the door and you don't want to look too pale. You just throw it on, work it in with your fingers, and you look like you got just a little kiss of color. And it's also perfect if you want to build it up. You just use a nice little brush to kind of pack on the color. I've tried so many of their colors. My favorite ones till this day are Fox and Mood. Those two are amazing. They're my favorite. You can even use this on your eyelids. You can use it as a little like lip thing. I'll even put it on right now. Just 'cause. So the new Rare Beauty, well, it's not new, but the Rare Beauty Eye Brightener, this stuff is honestly freaking bomb. And it just literally will brighten my under eyes without looking like I'm wearing makeup. Sold out for a reason because it really is that good. And I also like to use it as a color corrector for underneath my concealer break. Moving right along. Next thing I would highly recommend, and sorry, mine's a little old and janky, but the Refi Brow Laminating Gel. This is incredible. I have not ever tried any other brow gel that literally keeps my eyebrow hairs up the way that this does. Well, this is probably my third one that I've purchased. Nothing compares to this one. This is amazing, speaks for itself. You guys have seen it all over TikTok. Like, yes, yes, and yes, it is worth it. Okay, on to my favorite mascara, Tower 28 mascara. Okay, let me be kind of clear about what I struggle with when it comes to mascara. I have really thin lashes that get weighed down with the weight of any mascara that I put on. This one has not done that to me. It literally keeps my lashes up. I don't get too much transfer down below. I definitely don't flake. I've struggled with my lashes for a very long time. This mascara is that girl. Thank me later, especially if you have thin lashes like me. Thank me later. Now let's get into some lip balms, lip glosses. I personally love everything Summer Fridays. All the lip balms that Summer Fridays has dropped, I have right here. Literally every single one is amazing. I love to use the clear one for nighttime when I'm about to go to bed and I just want a hydrating lip. Then I love to use the vanilla beige for a day where makeup, no makeup, like going to the gym in the morning. And then I love to use Poppy in the spring by itself. This one I love, love, love to layer with a brown little lip pencil. And then this one over here, the cherry, it just a little bit goes a long way because it's very pigmented. And so I just kind of like putting it in the center on a day where I just want to look a little bit fresh, a little bit kind of youthful. These all have my heart. I love them. And clearly I have a problem because I know I don't need all of them, but I love them. And if they make more, I most likely will get it. Anything Summer Fridays, I am here for. Still on the subject of lips, favorite lip liner that I've recently been using is the Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine. I used to use the Charlotte Tilbury and Iconic Nude, but it's just so drying. Like, I did not like it. I used it because I had it and I didn't want to be wasteful, but I genuinely didn't like it. I felt like my lips would get really dry and cracky, but this one is so good. Like, there's something about the formula that still feels hydrating and like movable, but it stays in place for a pretty long time, which I am here for. Move on to skincare. So I have all my go-to skincare products in here. Let's get into it. I'm gonna talk about one that I recently departed from, but I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna tell you what I decided to replace it with. Lineage Milk Cream Toner used to be my go-to. I have purchased this for maybe 3 or 4 years straight, and I recently found out that Lineage does test on animals, and I saw this video on TikTok and it just really got to me, and I'm like, you know what, I don't want to support that anymore. Like, that's sad. Like, I love animals, I have dogs, and it's not, you know, testing on animals isn't like, well, let me like put this little lipstick on this dog, ha ha ha. No, it's like torture. So you guys can look that part up on your own, but I really decided to take a stand and make a difference. So I'm like, you know what, done. This has changed my skin so much, so I was really desperate to find something similar. So I decided to look some stuff up, and I ended up finding this Ultra Repair Wild Oat Hydrating Toner. Been using this one now for maybe like 3 or 4 weeks, and I love it. I will keep repurchasing it. I like it because it's gentle. It has the oat, it has honey, it is hydrating, it softens the skin. So that's exactly what this other toner used to do. It would soften the skin and prepare your face for whatever else was about to be piled on, and just really absorbed everything. So it has a very similar consistency. So that little like milky kind of look, you can put it on with your hands, you can put it on with a cotton swab, whichever you prefer. Speaking of toners, this one has gone quite viral, and I myself was influenced to try it. The Paula's Choice 2% BHA Liquid Exfoliant. So at first I was scared to try it, so I bought the mini, and I ended up using all of it. In fact, I keep it and I pour this in there whenever I'm traveling. This is amazing. I noticed that it has helped a lot with my texture. It plumps my skin. I use this like one day yes, one day no. It really takes off all that extra gunk on the face. Even though you think you might be washing your face, this will tell you the truth. If you're a little more sensitive, I would just be careful. Do maybe a swatch test, or try it on one day yes, one day no, or maybe even lessen it to maybe 2 to 3 times a week. So the Pharmacy Honey Halo Moisturizer, I've purchased this one a bunch of times, and I am completely obsessed, as well as with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I use both of these every single day. This is my daytime, this is my nighttime. What I love about the Pharmacy Halo is that, one, it's safe for sensitive skin because it is a clean brand. So there's no sulfates, parabens, nothing yucky in there. And it is based mostly on honey and ceramides. So it really is gonna help with the barrier of the skin, with the moisture of the skin. And it's just amazing, and it's safe for sensitive skin as well. So I love knowing that I'm going to bed putting something nice and healthy on my face, something that's gonna hydrate and protect me from clogged pores and things like that. The Magic Cream from Charlotte Tilbury. I love this stuff for during the day because it is still hydrating, and it's the perfect makeup prep. It is just so delicious the way that it melts into the skin. It's so buttery, and it just melts fast. It gets absorbed really quickly. And it also plumps the skin. So every hour that passes by, it's plumping more and more because it's like penetrating deeper into the skin. For the most part, this has worked really, really well for me. Again, I am more dry combo skin, and I am completely obsessed. Moving on to hair. Okay, so I have been a huge fan of doing my hair very like voluminous, like blowout 90s kind of look. So my go-to lately to get that extra volume has been the Wow Extra Large Mousse. This thing is amazing. So literally you just kind of, I love to put it like down the partings like of my hair. You're supposed to do it a couple times. It doesn't leave you feeling crunchy. I've tried other ones that have made me feel really crunchy and oily the next day and just kind of heavy and weighed down. This did not do that, and I was shocked. If you're looking for that voluminous blowout kind of look, this will be your best friend. So another thing I've been absolutely loving is my curl gel from Pattern. So my hair is naturally wavy curly. I'm kind of training it to be a little bit more curly. So I've been doing it like that a little bit more often. And when I do, I go in with my curl gel. It doesn't leave you crunchy. I can literally go to sleep, wake up the next day, maybe kind of refreshen it up with some water and a quick little blow dry, and I'll be fine. It's not crispy, crunchy, none of that. Holds the curl all day. It's amazing. Kind of on a Pattern kick lately. I have quite a few of their items. Besides the curl gel, they recently launched the Shine Spray. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So for summer, I really love doing like a wet hair look, just kind of slicked back, and I want it to look wet all day. This is the perfect topper for that. It feels good, it's not too oily, and it smells nice, and it's super lightweight. So I highly recommend if you're looking for something like that. Still on the topic of Pattern, I have been loving their brushes. So this little edge brush, I've had, no joke, for probably maybe like 3 years. It is amazing. When I'm doing my slip buns, I literally just kind of go in, kind of work that in with this side. And I have my little wax stick over there, so I'll just like play with that, like work it into the wax, work it in. Like literally, it's my favorite. I don't know if this is a new launch, but this was the first time I saw it. I saw it last week at work. I was like, what is that brush? So they recently launched this double-sided brush, and this is really just gonna help with really textured hair. But I bought it so that it can really help me with my flyaways for my slick back buns, getting all of the hair just, down. And I just was like, I need this brush. So, and it's only $20. Her price points are pretty fair, and I like it. And the packaging is just so pretty. Like literally, I'm obsessed with like this tan little topper, and just the yellow is super fun. So Miss Tracy Ellis Ross is doing her thing, and I am here for it. All right, guys, so that pretty much concludes my video. I know that was quite a bit, but whatever category you are looking into, I hope that it was helpful and insightful, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.